Welcome to Open Mike with me, Sandy Fakhoury, the podcast that dives deep into real stories and lived experiences and important topics. And today's topic is crucial, especially for women. We're talking about life after birth. And I'm so happy to be joined by Ditta Depner, who's been a life coach and a trauma therapist for almost 15 years, through which she had to deal with her own abandonment and abuse. Welcome, Ditta.
Thank you for having me, Sandy.
Thank you. And Ditta as well has 5 kids, 3 of them that has been miscarried, and 2 happy teenagers.
Yeah. They are very happy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
They are very happy.
Ditta, life after birth is usually romanticized, but the reality has hormonal changes, sleep deprivation, and sometimes we feel that we are abused by the baby, especially for the women who are breastfeeding. So what misconceptions are being taken for life after birth?
So, first of all, there is life after birth. You should tell every mother about this, because birth is not just a social event of a baby coming. It's a portal. It's a portal when the mother is born by herself. It's her birth after the baby's first scream. So nobody tells you about that. They all expect you to be shiny and happy, and there's so many mixed feelings about life after birth that most of women are overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They're overwhelmed of their new role. They're overwhelmed of their new life. It's a path that you never hear about. Nobody tells you about the real life after birth. They all romanticize about, oh, how cute, and yeah, you'll get over it, it's okay, the baby
You're
is
not the
healthy.
only one who gave birth.
Yes, of course. So I remember my nights when I was breastfeeding and trying to breastfeed, because that was also a struggle. I was looking out the window, it was 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, how many moms are out there crying, sleep deprived, exhausted, with their babies, needing them non-stop. And yeah, it's an interesting journey, and that's why I always say, don't just have a baby because somebody tells you it's cute and you have to, and this is the social conditioning. It's more beyond that.
Ditta, you actually work with trauma integration. So what kind of unspoken grief or emotional shocks that you find moms in the early days or months dealing with?
The biggest shock is that she's needed non-stop. She doesn't have a pause. She cannot sleep. She's always with the baby. And it's the 4th trimester I'm talking about, when the baby is out. But it's so dependent on the mom that it's shocking for every mother to realize how needed she is. And that's one of the first shocks, because everything is new. She doesn't know what to do. She never dealt with that in her life. No school teaches you how to be a mom. No school teaches you how to give birth. Nobody tells you actually about the real expectations you should have once having a baby. So it is an emotional shock first. And always a baby pushes all your childhood buttons. So what you didn't have in your childhood, the baby will ask for. So it's a very interesting thing that...
Is it like a mirror or something?
It's a mirror, exactly.
Yeah.
The child mirrors everything you didn't have or you were lacking when you were a baby. So this is also a very nice chance for every mom to heal her own childhood, early childhood.
Okay.
So life always gives you back things that you have to do. So all these struggles are not a coincidence. It has to be that way. A mom has to go through the dark night of the soul to find herself and to find what she didn't get from her mom. And maybe her mom didn't get from her mom. So it's going back, sometimes generations.
It's like a circle.
Exactly. It's a good point where you can stop this circling.
Okay.
So
when you have awareness, of course.
Yes, but it's pushing you so hard that at some point you will see things, you will see patterns, you will see things repeating. That's why they happen. And the bigger the shock is, the bigger is the chance you to realize that there's something coming up that has to be solved. So it's a very nice game when you know how to look at it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be so hard for a mom. So most women, if they knew, they would not be so shocked. And if they treat their emotions with care and tenderness before birth, they could heal some parts of that baby that didn't get the love or the attention of the mom. And then goes this thinking that I have to be perfect, I have to be the perfect mom. It doesn't exist. The perfect mom was never born. Yeah. You don't have to be perfect.
We all struggle with our own issues.
Exactly. You just have to be there for the baby because the baby needs you. And that's the best and all that you can do. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to read 1,000 books. You don't have to do many things that people now do with knowledge. But you should check out what you're feeling inside and what you carry inside. Yeah. That's why I love to talk about womb decoding, because we are decoding.
That's a very nice
what
thing.
Was imprinted in our womb when we was carried by our mom.
Womb decoding.
Yes.
Oh. Can you explain it again?
So, womb decoding is when you go back to your childhood, your birth, your 9 months in the womb of your mom, and try to understand what happened, to see what impact this had on your whole life. Because we were carried 9 months by our mom.
Okay.
In those 9 months, we got all her imprints, all her emotions, all her feelings, all her shocks, her life during that time.
Yeah.
So we carry that like an information inside ourselves. It's imprinted. It's the limbic imprint. So what we do when we get conscious or aware of what happened and that we carry this with us, we actually ease our life because we understand better how we function, how we love, how we relate, how we mother, because we learned how to mother from our own mother. So it's fascinating.
It is.
Yeah, I love it.
In your experience, what surprised you the most after giving birth? Whether it's emotional capacity, your body, your sense of identity?
I think it's all together. First of all, a mom, when she's a new mom, she loses her identity. She doesn't know who she is anymore. She just mothers. She's just there for the kid non-stop. So this is, her first loss. She loses herself. The second shock is she loses touch to her body. She doesn't know how to get in touch with her body because her body went through trauma. And what we do when we go through trauma, we just don't want to touch that. We just don't want to go there. We just put it aside under the carpet, and nobody encourages you and says, okay, birth, the baby's well, you survived, that's important. But actually, the mother needs to go back to get again back into her body and trust her body.
Yeah.
Because this is what we lose after giving birth. We lose to
we don't
be in
know
touch.
ourselves when we see ourselves in the mirror.
Exactly. So it's a very nice occasion for an identity shift. Because the old woman before giving birth, she died. You are not any longer who you were before birth. It is like you have a life until birth and a life after birth. Is it true? Did you feel it?
I felt it twice.
Perfect. Me too.
Yeah.
So I had like 2 different lives. One life until I gave birth and the second life after. They're both very nice, but they're so different.
One of them, you're selfless.
Yes.
You don't have control on yourself.
That's why it's the perfect occasion to be aware that now you can reinvent yourself. And that's what happens with mothers. They quit their job after this period. They change their life. They have other priorities.
Yeah, true.
Everything changes. So I think for the baby, it's the biggest shift in life for everyone. Being born was the biggest shift we ever had. So for the mom, it's the same. She's born after she gives birth to the baby.
Mothers often awakens old emotional wounds that we were speaking about. But when they're exhausted, stretched thin, healing feels like it's almost impossible. How can they deal with this, especially when we're having children mirroring us as moms?
I know that healing sounds complicated. And most of the time it's not about doing something. It's about observing how you as a woman are shifting. This experience brings so many new things into your life that you're just in awe and you don't know how to deal with it. So the best thing is just pause and let it be and give your chance to just be, not to do. Not be perfect, just be there as you can, as much as you love that kid. Love it, love your baby, and just be there. Don't try to do anything. You don't have to do something. You don't have to heal. You just have to let yourself be. And then there's not that healing comes through a moment. It comes through many moments. We always need time to let things settle down. So give your chance to settle down, to emerge in this role of a mom, because you need time for that. It doesn't happen like this. It never happens like this. It needs time for integration. So what you can do is just look for support, because this is so important. What happens with a new mom? Everybody is talking about the baby.
Yes.
Nobody talks about her. You know that a mom, after she's giving birth, she's actually touch deprived. Nobody touches her. Everybody touches the baby. She's lost somewhere in translation, like she doesn't know who she is anymore. She does know only that she's needed, and she's living very intense time with herself. So the partner, what he can do,
yes,
just be there. just listen to her, acknowledge her, touch her.
Yeah, they're
Gently.
usually very busy with the baby, with this new creature that is coming out that sometimes is crying, sometimes maybe laughing after 3-4 months or something, but they forget totally about this mom.
Yeah, she needs to be fed, you know? Not only the baby. She needs to be fed. Someone makes food and comes and gives her food. Moms need that. They need to be understood. They need to be held. They need to be listened to. They need to be seen in all this process. It's not only the baby is coming. The mom is becoming.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they try to make the life after birth for the motherhood, and if she has, for example, she's not feeling well or so, they're like, what's happening? You should be thankful. But it's not about not being thankful or grateful. It's about that I'm already fighting my own demons as well.
Exactly.
So not a lot of people talk about that.
So all this pain, all this struggle is actually the chance for her to heal her own childhood.
Yeah.
And to heal, you know who? Her little baby. She, as she was a baby. She heals that by holding the child, breastfeeding it, or loving it, sleeping with the baby, being with the baby all over the clock, you know. His only relationship is with his mom because the baby knows the mom.
Yeah.
He knows the voice, he knows the sound, he knows
The touch.
he knows the smell, he knows the taste of the milk, he knows her. So the baby is living through his mother.
True.
So this is not only during the 9 months, it's also until the kid gets like 7 years old. So it's such a big connection that the child mirrors all emotions of his mom. So if you're having a hard time, the baby will cry much. If you're trying to cope and accept and be light and just live through it, the baby will mirror this and it will live with more ease.
Mothers after birth usually feels their bodies have changed. Their dreams for their careers seems out of reach. They even feel the reflection is foreign. So how do you guide women in this, let me say, identity collapse?
It's the biggest identity collapse for a woman giving birth. And it's not only that, it matters also how this experience was for her. So if she perceived giving birth to her child, as a stolen moment where she couldn't acknowledge that it was her power who did the birth. She did it on her own. Not somebody took the baby out or gave her pain medication and she couldn't live the moment. So it's a hormonal thing. Most women, when they don't feel like happy and not happy to see the baby, happy with the experience, something happens to their bodies. Their hormones, they start going to the way of depression, a depression mode, you know.
Okay.
Because they couldn't live that moment. Because giving birth to a child is a key moment for a mother to become somebody else. She's becoming a mother. She never was entitled to be a mother. She is becoming it. She's earning the title to be a mom. So she needs all those steps. So that's why I was saying that birth is a portal. And it's very important how she lived through her birth so she can let her hormones do their thing. Most of women have depression after birth because their experience was traumatic. So that's the next phase, what to do with my hormones, which are not happy, that I was not happy, and I was not taking charge of my becoming, of my giving birth. So nothing is random, you know.
Okay.
Even the worst birth experience is very important for that woman. The baby chooses how to come into this world. For him, it's a portal of becoming a human. Because when you are born, the experience imprints into your cells. It's a cellular level imprint. And even if you don't remember your birth, your body remembers. So, having this birth experience will teach the child how to be a grown-up, how to love, how to relate, how to be a mother or a father, depending, how to live, how to talk to people, how to act with them, how to react with them. So the same is for the mom. When she's giving birth, she actually relives her own birth. Yes, it's crazy, but it's true. It's neuroscience. It's not just something I invented. It's proven. For example, I lived the birth of my boy as my own. My mom almost died when I came on into this world. So I had also a near-death experience with my son.
Oh.
It was dramatic. 63 hours of labor.
Oof.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then I thought at that one moment, okay, this is it, I'll die. This is too much. So I had it. And I was depressed 6 months after giving birth. And I was thanking everyone that I was saved, you know. And about the hormones, in depression, something inside of me was pushing me, you have to get a better birth to make this thing good, to prove to yourself that you are a mother and you can give birth. So this is the hidden thought that arises when the mother couldn't live truly her birth. So this is pushing from behind, and then you might wish for another child because you want your revenge. But it's a nice revenge. So I had my revenge with the second child. She came in 3.5 hours and was a beautiful water birth, and it was like I dreamt. But the first one
was like
shock.
a nightmare.
Nightmare, yeah. So we repeat what we lived, even if we didn't remember, because our conscious memory doesn't have memories of our birth, but the body remembers. And it will feel the same things that your mom felt when she was giving birth to you. So what should a mom do? She should revisit her own birth before giving birth, because it's so important to not repeat it, to not go through that.
I never thought of it, and I never asked my mom how I was given birth. So I'm not sure how what's the percentage of the accuracy of this one, but I believe there's a big percentage of it. But I mean, most of us didn't even think of it.
I know. So what I do in womb decoding, we research our birth, our womb time, 9 months. How was mom feeling? What was she going through? How was her relationship to my dad? How was the relationship in the family? Was she losing somebody, going through war or some things, All this is imprinted in ourselves. So it has to come out. And when it comes out, then you will feel it exactly in a moment that is very alike.
When trauma is still unhealed, how can it affect the bonding process, especially for moms who may feel drained because of their breastfeeding or withdrawn from their partners? And how can it be gently repaired?
So every woman goes through trauma when giving birth on a level, because it's not easy. Mm-hmm. Even if we hear that there are orgasmic births and there are nice births, it's a trauma for the body and for your emotions, because it's something you never experienced until your first baby. So all this unresolved trauma freezes in your body, in your cells. So this can create disconnection from your own baby and from your partner. So what you need as a new mom is reaffirming that you have connection to your partner, connection to your baby. Do more skin-to-skin things. Hold your baby and just be. Don't do things, just be with it. There is a very thin layer between holding your baby and just being with your baby. You can hold your baby and check your phone.
Yeah.
But you can be with your baby and be fully there in the moment.
Emotionally, mentally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they actually need. And that's what we also need as moms. That's why the 40 days after birth, you don't need distraction, you don't need social media, you don't need people coming, you just need to settle down and just be there. No musts, no I have to, I should, no, nothing. Just be there. Land in the experience.
What you're saying is very difficult, especially for Arabs. We used to, even the first 3 days, moms are coming, family are coming, everyone is coming just to say congratulations, and then you feel obligated that you have to meet everyone happily, everything, and you just came out of this experience of giving birth. So what you're saying is totally different.
It's everywhere in the world that everybody wants to see the baby and come and see the mom, and you're just not knowing, is it day or is it night? What day are we? Is it how many weeks did pass? So it's not the time to do that. Not at all. So when the baby comes, you need time for you, the baby, and your partner. That's it. The rest, they can get along with some pictures, with some updates, and you can tell them, when I will know it's day or it's night, then I will call you, and then we can have, not coffee, you can bring me food, you can do my laundry, you can do the trash.
You can help me with what
you can help me with whatever, not with the baby. I can handle the baby. I need someone to handle the rest,
Handle me, handle my course, exactly. What I need to be doing.
Do a massage, make me food, feed me. That's what I need as a new mom. So that's what they don't understand. They think it's a social event. No, it's a very deep becoming of a mother and a child who doesn't know, wow, where did I land? Yeah. Is this good? Is this bad? Is my mom here, or is she overwhelmed and she's not coping? Imagine how we, as humans now at this age, went through motherhood. Okay, now go back and imagine your mom, how she went through her motherhood, having us. Overwhelmed, not supported. Of course, the kid, we felt the disconnection because she was never trained to be a mother. Nobody trains you now to be a mother. We have access to more information now, but we actually don't know where to find it or what to find. We don't even know that we should do something to be prepared for this.
Very true.
We don't even know that. Everybody say, oh, there are millions of women who gave birth. Yeah, I know. But I'm special. I want to be special. I want to prepare for this because I need it. Because it's not just a thing.
True.
It is how you will live, how your baby will react, because it reacts on your feelings and on your emotions. Even if you don't cry, the baby feels you and it will cry for you. So when the baby cries and he's not hungry or has to be changed or something,
He needs you.
it's the mom who is crying and he's doing the tears. It's always like this.
Really?
Yes. Sometimes they cry at specific hours, and if you look back, they're exactly the hours when the baby was born. So mom was going through very intense moments, and the baby is getting it out. It's an overload. You have to let it get out. It's overwhelmed. It's just your body is crying out for help, and you have to acknowledge that. You have to be aware of it. You have to let it be. It's so important.
So how do you support mothers in holding both grief, maybe from miscarriage or birth trauma, or maybe unmet expectations, and wanting to raise happy kids, living happy kids, especially when these emotions are overwhelming or maybe conflicting?
So yeah, holding love and sorrow in one breath is very human, is deeply human. So we have both. The thing is, we don't want the bad things, so we put them aside. We put them under, so we don't see them, so
Under
we don't
the
touch
carpet.
them. Exactly. So when you have that, you need to change your perspective. You need to go back to that moment and see what happened, what was traumatic, and then change the perspective. Our biggest traumas were our biggest gifts. You know why? Because in the trauma, we actually receive the biggest gifts ever. You cannot learn courage from a book. You cannot learn to be honest from a book. You cannot learn to read people from a book.
You mean you need to go through the experience itself?
You have to go
and live
through
it.
experience, which is traumatic, to get this ability to own it, because it's about owning. It's not about reading 10 books and then, yeah, I know how to do that. No, that's theory. Practice is actually what you get when you gain an ability. So, our traumas taught us our very qualities we have. Does it make sense?
Yeah, sometimes it actually brings a total different thing. Like, it has a different effect than being courageous, for example. Sometimes you become very coward from the experience. So I'm not sure if the experience can dictate what you will be, or the trauma will dictate what you will be.
You know how the magnet functions? It has a plus and minus. It's always like together. It's half plus, half minus.
True.
If you cut a magnet, you will have two magnets. They split again, plus and minus. It's not that you divided plus and minus.
Okay, yes.
Every
yes.
experience comes with plus and minus. It's
how it works.
It's how it works. It's how this life is. It's duality. It's the paradox. We always live traumatic events to get the biggest gifts there. So, let's see, what can a woman learn going through a traumatic birth? She can learn what she didn't want to learn because life didn't show it to her as deep as it shows now. How she came into this life, how her own child has to be held and seen and touched and loved the way she didn't receive from her parents, because they were busy, they were traumatized, they were overwhelmed, they were in a toxic relationship, they had life going on. Nobody has a perfect life and everything is like, wow. No.
Flowers or butterflies. Yeah.
Exactly. So every experience always brings the positive thing, but you don't see it because our mind was never trained to see the gift. If you go back to a traumatic experience in your life, you will just find that in that exact moment you were gifted something very big.
True.
You changed. In that moment you changed. Something changed in you. So this is what I do. We decode the womb, we decode our stories to find the gifts, the positivity, the shift, the perspective shift. A woman will never change because somebody tells her, but she will change if life shows her through her experience. Does it make sense?
100%. Yeah. Very
So
true.
that's the gift of trauma. That's the thing that happens when we have to go through a big thing, you know? And birth is one of the biggest things in life.
It changes the full
It
view.
changes everything. And if it doesn't change because you skipped it, because you said, okay, let's do something simple, let's get the baby out, cesarean section, it's so common, you know, everybody, why should I just suffer? It's not correct. You know? No problem. Life will come and will give you the lesson in some form, because it's not that you don't want to live that. You chose it on a soul level, because your soul chooses your experiences for you to grow.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
So even if I try to ditch this way, it will come in another way.
Yes, of course. We cannot skip.
Yeah.
We cannot just, okay, fast forward, let's skip this. No, it will come. It will come.
It will come.
So, going through depression after birth is just a nice reminder. It's not nice, but it's a nice reminder for you to go back to yourself and see what is your body carrying. Because our bodies are our best friends ever. They will always tell you what's going on here and here.
They're a reflection to your mind and to your heart and to your feelings.
To your
and
feelings,
to
to your
thoughts.
emotions, and to your conflicts, your inner conflicts. The body is designed to be healthy. When you're not healthy, or you have a disease, yes, or you're not feeling well, the body just reminds you and shows you where you have an ongoing conflict. So a trauma event like birth can leave a conflict in your head that it's not what you wanted. That creates a very big conflict. So this conflict is just like going on in your head. It's like a voice.
Yeah.
And you are getting eaten by this conflict because it's
pressuring.
It's pressure. It's you are mad at yourself, you cannot forgive yourself, you are just pointing at them because they did this to you, but that's what's your body doing. He's showing you that there's a conflict here that you have to smoothen. You have to solve it. How you solve a conflict? By going back to the traumatic event and changing perspective. If you see that this birth changed you as nothing else in this world could have changed you, because they tried, then the kid did his job. Because children are coming to press our buttons and to show us all our childhood wounds and all our wounds that are not healed yet.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's scary sometimes.
It's not scary, it's life. It's what we did with our parents. We were pushing their buttons. It's why we are here. We are here not to work, eat, and sleep. We are here to know ourselves better, to know all our faces, all our masks, all our possibilities, to shine, to be you know, because we are so preoccupied not being us. We're so concerned of not being us. And this is also for me. It's not that I'm
exempted from that.
No.
Partners usually feel lost in this phase, especially when the women are not comfortable in the intimacy time, or they feel emotionally distant. So what can partners do to be there for their wives or for their partners?
I always say that parenthood is a rite of passage for both. It's not only the mother. It's a becoming of the relationship. It's the becoming of a family. It's a becoming of the man into a father and the woman into a mother. So they likely will bring their own parents in this equation. So it will be very funny to see
everyone different parents and different
our parents will mirror our motherhood and fatherhood in our small family. So it's the best occasion also for a man to research what happened in childhood, in early childhood for him, because now that's the thing, every partner puts 50% at least into her birth experience of the child. So that's genetics. It's imprinting. It's emotional intelligence. So preparing for birth should be for both. It's not that the woman created this child alone. It's also his imprint inside. So it's so important for a man also to see what imprints he brings into this birth of his child. So bringing the man into pregnancy preparation, birth preparation is a must. Because if a man is not with her during her pregnancy, during birth, he will just not find his way back. He will feel jealous about the child. He will be feeling excluded. He might not find the way back to his partner because she changed.
And he can never support her in that way.
And he doesn't know her that way. Nobody knows her that way. We don't know how a woman will change when she's becoming a mother. So they should go the same way so that they can discover themselves in new roles, like in a new relationship. That's why things happen in the first year after giving birth, I didn't see a couple who didn't have the word divorce on their lips, or separation, because we don't recognize. Yeah, we don't recognize anything. What's this? We didn't sign up for this, but it's what it is. And having a partner is not like this social conditioning that he has to bring you happiness and she has to bring him happiness. This is bullshit. Sorry. The real thing is a partner just mirrors you and shows you who you are, and his role and your role in his life is the same, to grow. So you know what your parents couldn't do by triggering you, the partner continues. So it's not about life after birth, it's how we manage life after birth together, how we support each other, because it's a totally new role.
But even if the father wasn't there in let's say the pregnancy preparation and everything, he can still support the mother. He
can still support her, of course, but he has to know how. Supporting doesn't mean tonight, it's been 3 months, so you should be there. No, it's not like this. It's holding her. It's holding her hand, feeding her, talking to her, just touching her. This is so important, because a woman feels intimacy very different. She first wants to feel secure, and then she will be intimate, because this is her greatest appeal,
Yeah.
To feel secure, to feel held, seen, heard, understood. That's all what humans want. That's all. But in that moment, it's a deeper yearning than usually. So they should go through this journey together, because then they know how to support each other. If they take decisions together regarding birth, regarding how to manage a baby, how to support her in breastfeeding, or how to support her in just coming home earlier and taking the baby and let her go and stay alone in the bathroom, for example. We remember that, don't we?
Yeah.
I was happy to go.
Just give me
some
10
job.
minutes of shower alone with no crying.
Because for the mom, it's like, I have to discover who am I now, because I don't know myself anymore. I'm so strange. And this is what he also sees. He doesn't recognize anything anymore. So it's mutual understanding, support, and just being. Let's see where it gets us. How can we talk about this? Not pointing fingers, you did that and you didn't that, and no, just be, because this time is very raw for both, for all, also for the baby.
For mothers who feel that their bodies are not their own anymore, like they are sore or leaky or sleep deprived, what do you recommend for these moms to reconnect again with their own bodies?
It's a perfect question, because we are so far from our bodies, because we think that our bodies failed us at birth. But actually we gave birth. This is a very big thing. We are portals for those kids, So as we take care of the babies, we should take care of our body, because our body did all this. It grew a baby inside our womb. It prepared us for breastfeeding and for being a mom. So soft touch, gentle hugs, like you give yourself a hug. This is so important. And touching your body, and most of all touching the parts that you want to not touch. I remember when I gave birth, the baby was crowning, and I felt it's there. The head was almost out, and I was afraid to touch, to feel the baby's head, to just know that it's not going to be much more until the baby is born. So I was thinking, wow, I didn't want to touch it because I was dissociating from my body because it was too much. And that's what happens in birth. Women lose touch with their own body. So we need to take care of ourselves again, and we don't have the chance. So when we have the chance,
we need to love our new selves, maybe. Exactly. Because you said that we're becoming different people. So maybe it's about trying to accept your new personality or new shape.
It's about gratitude, you know? The body didn't betray you. It birthed life. So be so grateful for that body, that it holds you, it held your baby, it gave life to another soul. So it's so important. So be nice, be kind, be gentle with you in all forms. And even, I know we don't have time when the baby is like some days or months. We don't have time. We don't have time to go to the toilet. Sometimes I was going with my baby, and it was like I was crying on the toilet, and like, I cannot do this anymore. How is this? So we need moments when the partner is there, when we have us, like 10 minutes or something. We need to just sit, not do anything, just sit with yourself and just acknowledge that you're here, you're in the body, live in your body again, because we're somewhere else doing things, you know.
Yeah.
I think this is the biggest secret about after birth.
Yeah, reconnecting with the body.
Yeah.
Sensuality and intimacy can most of the times feel out of reach postpartum, especially when we feel that the bodies are changing and we don't know ourselves, and the desire is replaced maybe with exhaustion. So how can we reconnect with our femininity, or being feminine again, or love ourselves again in this meaning?
So desire never goes away. It's just asleep. Because we are too busy doing the baby, helping it survive, because we are baby's survival and the baby knows that. So we change the roles. So intimacy is there, but not as it was before.
Yeah.
We need to take time for it. We need to create the moment for it. We have to be sometimes more sensual. We just have to take care of the mom. Yeah, I mean the men, because they are not changing so much as we women do.
Yeah.
So it's about intimacy, security, time spent, words said, feelings acknowledged. So it's not about rushing, it's not about rhythm, it's about consistency.
Yeah.
It's about being patient. But desire doesn't die. Desire is there. It just sleeps.
Yeah.
So we just have to give it time. And not only time, it's not time that's healing. It's the whole emotional ongoing when the child comes. You have to take the time for your relationship, because when we have a relationship, we don't have only me and you. We have me, my world, you, your world, and there is another one in this relationship. Our relationship is a living thing. If we don't nurture it, it doesn't survive. You cannot do only you, and he cannot do only himself. You need to do something for the relationship. It's like another entity. So imagine now, the woman, she forgot who she is. She's no me and myself anymore. She's just for others.
Yeah.
So she's lost. I was telling you before that the compass for a happy family is the woman.
True.
If she feels lost, she needs support to regroup again and go back to what she is now. So she doesn't support the relationship anymore because a woman is the one who pumps, you know? She pumps into the relationship, she pumps into communication, she pumps into everything.
Yeah.
So when she's not capable anymore because she's so busy with the surviving baby, the relationship falls apart because he doesn't know how to do that. A man is not trained to entertain the relationship. It's the energy of the woman who does it. So this is the thing. We need support for her to come back and own herself again. She's not only the role of the mother, she's also the role of the woman, the feminine, the one who pumps energy in everything so it grows, you know? So it's
I actually like that. Yeah.
It's a triangle. It's not like because she gave birth, she doesn't want. No, it's not about that. It's about let's grow together. Let's explore this because it's a new thing. It could be very interesting and exciting because it's something new. It's like everything changes.
Yes, very true. What's your vision for a cultural shift where postpartum is not seen as something, it's not glossed over, but honored as sacred and raw human experience?
I think we should change the way we see postpartum. Like, life after birth is not a medical recovery. Even if it was a medical intervention, a cesarean section, or birth is not that. Birth is not only a medical thing. It's not medical, it's very human. Actually, we are not ill when we are pregnant. We don't give birth like an illness. It is how we are.
Yeah.
So we should see the mother, not the milestone she's doing by raising the kid and being with the baby, and we should look at her. We should honor her like she's the keeper of life.
Yeah.
She's a keeper of a magic portal into this life. We bring souls into this life. This is not like drinking a coffee. This is a big thing.
Yeah.
So this is the shift, I think. Humanity.
way we perceive things.
Humanity, yeah, should do, because it's the next generation that we are building. We bring them violently into this world, there will be violence. We bring them lovingly into this world, there will be more understanding and more capacity for empathy and love. So this is the big difference.
So many mothers feel guilty, whether they're breastfeeding or giving formula, whether they are giving enough cuddles or no, whether they're overwhelmed or they're just moving quickly from the situation they are. The feeling guilt for the moms is something constant. I think every mom is feeling it. So how do we deal with that?
First of all, get out of the guilt. Get out of comparing yourself to any other mom. Because we are not the same. We are not living the same values. We are not appreciating the same things. For me, some things are very important. For you, they might not be as important as for me. So I think it's about discernment and about how much you are living somebody else's life or how much you are living your own life and your own will.
We usually feel that I'm not enough.
Remember I told you about the I'm not enough. I have it also. I always feel like I'm not enough. But we don't have to be anything. We have to be present. So being present in the moment we are struggling is the biggest thing we can do. And that's healing. That's integrating. That's letting things happen. That's helping a mother integrate what happened to her and seeing it as a chance to discover a new face, a new mask, a new her, a becoming of a true her. Because we always use things. Comparing us to other mothers is useless. Because we didn't have their life, we don't feel their feelings, we don't have their emotions, we didn't have the same childhood, we didn't have the same traumas. Why? So if you decide to raise your child in a certain way, that should be your way. Because that child didn't choose you to live someone else's dream. That child chose you because you are you and you're unique. So he doesn't want the treatment read on the internet or in some books of how you should raise a child or how you should feed it or how you should change it. No. The child is perfectly okay with what he chose. He trusts you that you will discover who you truly are and you will treat your baby as you are, not as society told you that you had to, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So be true. Be true to yourself and your baby will be perfectly happy. Because your baby doesn't know what other moms do. Your baby is very happy what you do and how you show up in their relationship. So it's pretty easy when you're not constantly questioning yourself.
Actually, what you're saying is a big relief to many moms.
I know. And it should not be a depression, you know? It should be easy. Because life is not meant to be complicated. We complicate it by not being ourselves. And not letting ourselves come out. So the baby is perfectly fine with the mom he chose. He has 7 billion moms before, on a soul level, you know, because we choose our parents. Why? Because we want what our parents can give us to happen in our life, because it helps us doing our, I don't know, purpose, mission, whatever. So what we choose is perfect. This is another question. What we chose when we chose our parents was also perfect. But this is also another layer we have to go through to integrate why we chose our parents.
I think we need to do another episode for that one. Actually, Ditta, thank you so much for your time and thank you for the discussion that we had. I hope that it makes a difference in the moms, the new moms that are being there, and they see things differently. And if any mom is today hearing us and feeling something different or want to do something different, then we made something good here. So thank you, Ditta, and see you next time.